Welcome to the study of Pastoral Theology Foundations 1. My name is Associate Professor Glenn Morrison. Topic 2, Introduction to Pastoral and Practical Theology. What is pastoral theology? What is practical theology? For the most part, we can use in an interchangeable way the terms pastoral and practical theology. But if we are going to differentiate between both of them, we can suggest that pastoral theology has a more focused view on pastoral care, and practical theology on the life and activity of the church as a whole. Yet, underpinning both is theological reflection. That's why, for example, in terms of Catholic pastoral theology or Catholic practical theology, Catholic theology itself becomes the lens by which we begin to articulate the meaning of pastoral or practical theology. Both are concerned with practice, and so let us use them more in an interchangeable way, pastoral or practical theology. So, if we are going to begin to understand the meaning of pastoral practical theology, let us introduce some key terms like nurturing, sustaining, reconciling, leading, caring. These terms really help to shape our understanding of what it means to be a pastoral carer within society, and to have at a deeper level a search for meaning. So if we are going to explore the meaning of pastoral practical theology, we begin to understand that pastoral practical theology is a transformative activity. It is interested in the experience of people. And so it's not for nothing that good pastoral carers will begin to nurture the affectivity of listening, of knowing how to listen from the heart. And this involves, especially from the heart, a good connection with the mind, with the spirit, with one's strength. And this naturally leads us to a sense of the wisdom of service, of leading. Leading becomes also a very important part of pastoral care. As we see, for example, in the Gospel of John, chapter 10, where Jesus is the Good Shepherd. This is a wonderful metaphor of faith itself. Jesus, the Good Shepherd. Jesus says, I am the Good Shepherd, and Jesus will sacrifice himself for his sheep. In pastoral care, we are called to be good shepherds, not stupid sheep, for example. And so what does it mean to be a good shepherd? It is at the center of the practice of pastoral theology. It means to have a level of sacrifice in one's life, to begin to give oneself as a gift of self for others. The meaning of sacrifice gives us a sense of how to be free, how to nurture our responsibility, to journey into the world of the other, experiencing pain, outrage, depression, sadness, loneliness. The human person is complex and at the same time very simple. We all have our needs and our fears, and in many ways very, very similar, with just nuances, little differences. But yet we are so different, which makes us, in a sense, open to the Spirit of God to nurture us in many ways so that we can learn to come together and appreciate our differences. And pastoral theology, good pastoral practical theology, is learning to appreciate the nuances, how the human soul can be sad or depressed, how we can begin to open up a conversation, to listen especially. Listening is a very important key for good pastoral care. And so we begin to journey on the road of experience. Experience is very much full or informed by our senses, our hearing, our touching, our smell, our seeing, our tasting. And from there we begin to have a certain understanding of the other person. This is empathy. And through empathy we begin to journey to a place of compassion where good pastoral care can take place. So if we can give a little goodness, a little word of compassion, we begin to understand the meaning of pastoral theology itself.